is up, everybody? It's your boy Bobby from Bobby's Breakdowns coming at you with another stream today. In case you couldn't hear, I sound pretty awful, and I'm sorry, but we're going to roll with what we got today. We have a special guest joining us today. He has been on the channel before, but he hasn't exactly been on the channel, if you're catching my drift. Friend of the channel, but he was kind of standing in the background delivering some info. Ladies and gentlemen, friend of the channel, like I said, Maxx Abele. How we doing today, Max?
Doing good, doing good. How are you, Bobby?
I'm doing great. And like I said, friend of the channel, definitely. He's been on before, but he
Oh yeah,
hasn't exactly been on.
had to stand an hour because Shoop had to take the limelight.
Yeah, that was and every time you said you chimed in, and you most of the time whenever you chimed in, you were like, "Yeah, this is correct," and you were, and he's just like,
Yeah,
just
like,
like,
hey, shut up. You're just here to look pretty. Shut
yeah,
up.
hey, you're you're the face.
Hey,
The face is the
someone,
money maker, man.
someone's got to be the moneymaker.
Yeah, but like I said, he's been on before, but we have him one on one today,
That's
so I
right.
enjoy that. So let's get started with some simple, generic, questions. Wrestling.
All right.
Has it always been the plan?
Um,
Or
yes and no. There was one point I love football, wanted to do everything in football, and then I don't know. I think around 07, 08, or not 07, 2017, 2018, I was just like, man, what if? What if? And so I started looking for schools, and I originally was going to go down to Austin, Texas, but no one likes Texas. I don't like Texas.
I
I
love
hate.
Texas, but
Well, I'm an Arkansas boy, and Arkansas hates
okay.
Texas. Um, but no, we were. I started looking, and then I saw um, Edge and Beth Phoenix around 2019. They were training at Dr. Tom's school out here in Knoxville. So I was like, man, that's got to be the school. I got to go, and like I did all my research. I was like, all right, that's where I'm going to go train.
I love it. And look, you're killing it, my man. I gotta be
Oh yeah,
honest with you. I'm so sorry for sounding so awful.
no, you're good.
It's just one of those times of year. It's, usually around the 4th of July, I get sick. It's a weird thing. I don't know why, but
Worst time to get sick, I believe, because you don't get to go drink and party and all that.
well, I still prevailed through that. But you know,
Hey.
you gotta know when to quit for real, and I wasn't quitting on that one. But yes, wrestling. You and Shoop are killing it nowadays. Michael Gabriel, another friend of the channel, absolutely killing it.
Oh, he's
So
killing it.
yeah, you guys, he could be part of the Wyatt Six at this point, for all I know.
I mean, we could, but I don't think we want any of that smoke at the moment. I mean, they're 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 they're, they're committing murder. It almost seems like I don't want to have them problems.
Yeah, when when they debuted, I was watching on my phone and I was like, "There's still like 10 minutes left," and I was like, "Huh, I wonder wwhy." And then all of a sudden,
No, oh yeah, I'm one of the people. I'll keep looking at the time. I'm like, okay, well, what do we got left? What do we got
because
left?
I was like, if they don't show up tonight, I'm gonna be very mad. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh,
But yes. Oh, and we're also going to talk Money in the Bank with Max. We're going to pick his brain about that, but that's going to be a little bit later. So, wrestling 2017. Okay. Who is your, yeah, I think that's a good word. Who is your inspiration behind you getting into wrestling?
it's got to be Edge. I got in around the time he was feuding with Undertaker. He just got with, I don't know if you can say got with, started running with Vicky Guerrero and all that. And it was just
Yeah.
like, everyone's like, how do you like this scumbag? I'm like, I don't know. Something about a scumbag, just, he's an asshole or he's a butthole.
You're a good man.
But like, I don't know, it was just so different because like, I don't know, he was entertaining. He could just draw a crowd and like I don't know. And like I started going when I started getting into it around '07, I was like, man, I gotta go get more of it. And I did all the research on Edge. Like I went back, watched his TLC matches, even his hardcore match with Mick Foley. So
Oh, WrestleMania 20.
21 or 22. Was it 22?
Yeah, the
22,
fire
21
table.
is the first Money in the Bank.
Wait, that was the first Money in the Bank? Wait.
Or was that 20?
No, it definitely wasn't 20 because I remember watching this match live. I think it was 22.
Yeah, so Edge McFoley was 22. I think 21 was in Los Angeles for the
Yeah,
yes, because 20 was in New York.
yeah.
That's right.
I was for 21. Kane set those ladders on fire. I was a terrified 9-year-old, to say the least.
Yeah.
That was my first full WrestleMania.
I never was allowed to buy the pay-per-views, but my first pay-per-view I bought was evidently Edge's last match before he was gone for 11 years.
WrestleMania 27.
Yeah.
Oh my
With
goodness.
Del Rio.
Ooh. Yeah, he won that one, but it was like, oh.
Still not one of the greatest manias, but you know.
Yeah, that was not a good one, but that's another topic for another time. So would you say Edge is like your all-time favorite wrestler?
Oh, without a doubt. I love Edge. I think I just love how he cuts his promos. He knew how to get people to hate him, and he was just one of them guys that would just, hey, I'm gonna go full in.
I love it. I don't know if I've ever disclosed this to you. I've been vocal about this, but my favorite of all time is Batista.
Okay.
When I was 9, my first year, WrestleMania 21 was my first show cover to cover. But I saw a segment of him saving the Big Show from JBL in the cabinet. First thing I ever saw, and I'm like, this is so cool. Now
Oh
that's
yeah.
my guy, and he's been my guy ever since. um, the 2014 return was not as eventful as I would have hoped because of a little one Daniel Bryan, but it was still cool to see him. Um, yeah, no,
No, Batista's a good one. I think he's one of them guys. Yeah, he started late, but he's also one of them guys that prove that you could start late and still prove
and
it.
still look like $1 million.
Oh yeah.
But yes, Dave Batista retired in 2019. I was there. Thank goodness for that. I, I did not see him trip getting into the ring though, so that was I don't know
That's
if you
funny.
remember that.
Yeah, I think we've all had one of them incidents in the rings. I think I don't
I I would trip a lot more going into the ring, so I would trip just not even going into the ring, just trip over randomness. So
know. But no, go ahead.
go for it. No, go for it.
But no, yeah, Batista's a good one. I love Edge's feud with Batista. I think all the feuds that Edge had with people, I don't think he had one bad feud with anybody.
No, never, never. Edge is that guy that you love to hate.
Oh yeah, and I still feel like a lot of people don't give him credit for getting Cena over completely because he was the first real feud Cena had besides JBL that really cemented Cena as his uber babyface. I feel like, and I feel like everyone goes, "Oh, Undertaker, Batista, The Rock," and I was like, "But you got to go to the first one that really made Cena, and that was
Yeah,
Edge."
yeah, because he feuded with Batista in what, like 2011, something like
Yeah,
that. He feuded with The Rock way past that, so that's
yeah.
see, Cena was already a made man at that point. Um, yeah, Edge and what was that, late 2005,
It was
2006?
2005, '06, and then they rekindled it in I think '09 at
Yeah, with
WrestleMania
Big Show,
25.
with Big
And
Show.
like that's the one thing I still hate. They never got that one-on-one match at Mania. They had a triple threat, but it should have always
Yeah,
been a one-on-one between Cena and Edge.
yeah, Cena. I mean, we never got a Cena Orton one-on-one too.
No.
Who knows? Maybe we'll get that
Hey,
next year.
hey, you
Yeah,
never
we'll
know.
we'll get into that. We'll talk some money in the back. Um, Yeah. So, and if you want to dodge this question, I completely understand. But I do ask everyone this: if you had eh, yeah, we'll go with this. If you had two contracts right in front of you right now, one's AEW, one's WWE. Which one are you choosing? You can
I'm
dodge
gonna
it.
be. I'm gonna have to choose WWE. The only
Okay.
reason is I grew up on WWE. That's always been the plan. I mean, they're the juggernaut of professional wrestling.
Yeah.
AEW, what they're doing is great, but I just like, man, I feel like WWE. Once you get there, you're almost like you're not a made man. You still got to climb that ladder, but people are gonna know who you are almost.
100%.
Because look at Jimmy Wayne Yang. He didn't do much, but everyone still knows him because it's Jimmy Wayne Yang.
I don't even know what that man is doing right now, but you just brought up a blast from the past
Mm-hmm.
with Jimmy Wang Yang. I love it. But yeah, no, he was in WWE for oh, a
For
few
a
years
hot
maybe.
minute. Or you can
Yeah,
even say Eugene. Look at Eugene. Eugene was there as a gimmick, and he's
and he
still
got
everyone loves Eugene.
that's there's a funny story. And this was when kayfabe was very much a thing.
Oh yeah.
There's a pod there's a podcast I listened to. They were at like a gas station and I don't even remember where, but they said they saw Eugene and they went up to him and he started acting the gimmick, but Eugene didn't realize that he had a brown paper bag full of alcohol. And they were just like, dude, we know you're not. Like, you could drop the gimmick at some points.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Like, I was in line behind Danhausen in Dallas in 2022 at a
Ooh,
Starbucks, and he was still in the character. I'm like, bro, you're about to get a coffee. You can, we know.
that's an interesting one. I can't. I don't know about Danhausen.
I
It's a
was like,
little too much.
if you wanted to drop the gimmick right now, I totally understand.
No, I met him a little bit. We just passed by it.
Mm.
Flair's last match. I got to work
Oh
that
yeah,
entire weekend.
yeah. That was Nashville, right?
Yes, so that was
Yeah.
a very fun weekend. So I got to work a lot of behind the scenes. I got to work with at behind Flair's last or Flair's roast. I got to be behind the scenes. I got to meet everyone back there. I got to meet Eric Bischoff, uh,
Ooh.
Brad Nessler. I actually have a picture with Brad Nessler. I helped find his
Oh,
wife get in the building. Met Ric Flair. I've met DDP, Vicky Guerrero. Like it was who's and like they put me with this. He used to be a WWE writer. I forget his name, but like I was right. His like secondhand man just walking with him.
was it Brian Gewartz? No,
No, it wasn't Brian Gewirtz.
because that's the Rocks dude.
He's from New York. I can't. I know it. We message each other every once in a while, but like
That's cool.
he was only there for WWE for like a year.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
but he was
How,
like,
hmm.
but he
I'll go
loves it.
for it.
He watches all my promo. He loves all my promos. I'll send him stuff, and he's like, "Are y'all the
Oh,
new Heavenly Bodies with me and shoot?" I was like, "No, we wish."
I love it. So, we do have actually have a question from my partner on Zero Uncut Weekly. Zero News. Thanks for joining us today, buddy. He says, "Hey Max, what is a dream match you want to do? Wait, hey Max, what is a dream match you might want to do? Anyone, any promotion?"
Ooh. So I have a couple dream matches. Um, Obviously, I would love to wrestle Edge in maybe a TLC match
That
at
would be a
Mania.
killer. That would be a
But
killer.
my problem is I'm also scared of heights, so that might be the problem.
I mean,
Um,
there's only one way to conquer that fear.
yeah, just fall.
Yeah, just fall from somewhere very high up that you won't really hurt yourself.
Yeah, that's another one. I think that would be cool because Edge made TLC, and just to be in a match and with him. Another one would probably be this might be a shocker, but I've become a fan over him watching him over the years. I would love to do a hardcore match if it was ECW, TNA. or WWE? Who do you think I'm gonna say? I want you to think who you think I'm gonna say.
Okay, you said ECW. Now he's been with ECW.
He's been with ECW, TNA, and WWE.
There's only one name that sticks out in my head, but I feel like it's so obvious I'm wrong. Rob
Who
Van
you
Dam.
think? No,
See, that's what I said. I was like,
Bubba Ray Dudley.
oh, okay, okay.
Because I think I watch a lot of his stuff and I do a lot of the same stuff he does, but I'm like, man, I think that would be such a fun match just because we could have a fun match.
That would be a good one. That would be a good one, and he can put on some good matches.
Oh yeah.
And he still wrestles. I'm pretty
Oh
sure.
yeah. I that's another guy I've met. I've met him a few times. I actually got a funny story with Bubba Ray. He was here and NWA was here for the first live uh, Power,
Okay.
and they did the wedding segment, and like we were having to clean up, and I was taking a table to the back. I come to the back, Bubba Ray's right there. He goes, "Hey pal, somebody's already got that gimmick."
That's awesome.
I was trying to say it there, but I popped so hard. I was like, I love that.
You were just like, okay. That's pretty. Sorry, that's pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
I love that. Bubba Ray. How was he though? He was nice though.
He's a nice guy. I think he just keeps to himself a lot because, like,
I've heard I've heard mixed stories, so I was
yeah,
just
but I think
curious.
he's very passionate about what
Mm,
he loves, and like
mm.
I respect that a lot. So I remember the first time I introduced myself, I started stuttering. I was like, oh shoot, I'm gonna get he's gonna get my butt.
I mean,
But like,
you're a
he's
fan at the end of the day, so it's like, you know.
I think he has a very smart mind for the business, and I
Mm,
think he's very underutilized. And I think he's
mm.
not, because if you listen to some of the stuff he says on his show, or like he was on Eric Bischoff's show a couple months ago, and it was so like, oh,
Mm. Yeah, I think he does what busted open.
busted open with
Mm.
Mark Henry.
Yeah, and well, I mean, I think I could speak for you in this moment. I popped when he was the special guest referee at WrestleMania 40.
Oh, I didn't know. I knew they were going to use someone from ECW just because they were in Philadelphia. I thought maybe. Oh, well, I knew they couldn't use Tommy Dreamer because he was under a TNA contract. But
Yeah, well,
I was like, who are they going to use? And when they used Bubba Ray, I go, look, you could ask Shoop, or well, when me and Shoop were still friends, he would say, I popped so hard. I was like, let's go, Bubba.
I love it because they said now introducing the special guest referee. I looked at my buddy. I'm like, who? Because I was like, they didn't announce a special guest referee, and I'm like, and then the music, and I'm like, oh yeah. And this was right after Drew McIntyre got cashed in on, so I was like,
Oh,
so I was
poor Drew.
heartbroken. Oh, we'll
Poor
get into
Drew.
that. We will get into that. And yeah, hey Shoop, go after yourself. I'm just kidding. Another friend of the channel.
Wow.
Never mind. He'll see
Wow.
this and be like,
I
all
like
right,
this
buddy.
guy.
He'll see this and be like, all right, buddy. All right. Another question. Hi, Max from Strawberry Roads. Who is your closest friend in the industry? In the industry.
Oh,
Oh God, that's a good one.
so it was Shoop. I mean, I'll say this. I still have respect and love for Shoop, but he knows what he did. He knows he kept me under his thumb to where I couldn't advance. Um, I would still say Shoop. Sometimes it can be one of the country gents, KC Kazana. Sometimes me and him butt heads, and I'll just, you know. Um, there's a lot of people I love in this industry. I would say a mentor of mine is Tom Pritchard. I mean, one of the greatest minds. You go hear him talk. So he'd get mad if I was putting him over. He's like, you don't have to put me over. I'm already made. All right, dog, whatever. I'm gonna
I'm
still
already,
do it.
I'm already a mean man. I love it. He's honest. Yeah, that's awesome though. Yeah. Denisha says, "Hey Bobby, I don't know if you can see these comments. Can you?
Oh, I see him.
Okay, cool. Some people can, some people can't. Bobby, are you talking about Money in the Bank, buddy? Soon enough, we will get into
We will
that. We've
get
been,
there. We are going to drive the
we've been
car and we
hinting.
will get there. We promise.
It was. I have so many opinions, but
Hey,
we'll
we're gonna
just
have therapy. Hey guys, this is gonna turn into therapy session for Bobby for Money in the Bank. Just know this. Bobby is like having flashbacks and mental break. We're gonna
multiple.
have a therapy session.
And going back to WrestleMania a little, I met some people behind me, great people, family from Colorado. I was distraught after the Drew loss. They're like, but he's gonna win it in Scotland. I was like, I know, but like, I wanted to do it now. Fast forward 2.5 months, he didn't do it in Scotland.
It's okay, Bobby. It's okay. He's gonna get
Uh,
there. He's got to climb the mountain, the Triple H mountain.
oh, that's a long, high mountain.
Are we talking
It's
about his nose or his?
oh, that's wrong. That's wrong. Funny, but wrong. You know. So, all right, I want to get you while people are here, and we're gonna ask more questions, but I do want to
All
get
right.
you while people are here. You have anything you want to plug? Socials, merch? Do you have merch yet? Because I
Yeah,
would like
I do have
to.
merch. I've had this. I got a Max Abel T-shirt here. We do have some more stuff coming along. We got shot glasses with my logo on it. Drinking
That's awesome.
glasses. I
That's
have.
genius.
I don't have it with me. It's in the dirty laundry. We have a custom-made Max Able workout shirt. I have the one of one, but I always can make more for people.
Okay.
But yeah, we got some stuff, and I got 8x10s. I can always mail them to you. If you want to get to me, I do have Facebook Max Able, um, Instagram Max Able Truth, Twitter Max Able. I don't have a LinkedIn. I don't think I need a LinkedIn for all that. I don't know. YouTube channel Max Able. I got all that. So guys, hit up all the Twitter, Facebook, whatever you use for social media. And if you want some merch, hit me up. I got you.
And worst case, if you can't find it, hit me up. I'll be the middleman. Get you to him, and we might have to do a merch trade like I did with the.
Oh, oh, hey, I saw that. I saw that. The sweatshirt, and I'm like, ooh, ooh,
I we can. What's your size, big man? We can work this out.
two XL.
All right, I'll have to do
Because
another
you know I
order.
am the double XL superstar.
Oh, I love that. I'll have to do another order because I think I only have XLs and larges left.
You're good,
But
man.
but it's perfect because I have other people who are placing orders, and there are other two XLs. So the more I get,
The more you
do it
can
because I,
push.
I think I think I need to purchase 10 at a time.
Yeah.
I think you answered this already, but is it
I,
still the same guy?
oh yeah, Strawberry Rose is still the
Okay.
same guy. It's Edge. Edge is always going to be the guy.
Hmm.
Edge will always be the inspiration. Edge is the same reason I found the school I trained at. So I give all props to Edge. I think I am when I first meet him. I'll probably fanboy hard. I'll probably be
Oh,
starstruck. But the cool thing is, he only lives 2 hours from my home, my where I'm at now. He lives in Asheville, North Carolina. I live in Knoxville, so it's like
and you didn't take this stream to his front door to try and get him on?
so. You know, you see, there's a thing called police, and there's called things called restraining orders, and
That's come
hey,
on.
only one person can evade Edge's house, and that's Seth Rollins. I'll let him have that. Like, I don't
Wait,
need the problems.
what? I thought there was somebody else that went into Edge's house. Was it? I remember Seth, but was there somebody else?
No,
Maybe
there was.
not.
It was only Seth.
You know what? I'm thinking of Triple H and Orton.
Oh, that's the greatest segment of all time because you see Orton's, I guess, wife at that time or whoever just screaming and running through the house, and, and the cops get. That was awesome. I remember that.
That that was 2009.
I think
Yeah,
it was. Oh, it was 08. I think it was going into their WrestleMania match.
25, which was a stinker, but anybody who was following HBK Taker one was not gonna.
Oh, you that I still think them two matches should always been main event. I get it. A lot of people say your main title needs to be the main event, but I don't always believe the title has to be the main event. I believe
Mhm.
that if you have such a good storyline, and two of your greatest wrestlers of all time. That should be your main event. That's just me.
I mean, there's a handful of cases you can make. Rock
And I get
Hogan.
it. You want to close out,
Hmm.
but I think like this year with WrestleMania, you had the greatest storyline that was going with Cody and Roman. Yes, that needs to be that obviously has to be your main event. One, because it's a title, and two, it's been a big storyline. Who's going to finally take the title off Roman? Which I think it was done phenomenal. I know there's some people who's like, oh, it should have been the Rock and Roman. Shut up. I know you think that. I get that, but I think,
100%.
but here's the way I think. I don't think Rock and Roman needed the title. I think the way they're setting it up now is going to be absolutely beautiful at this next Mania.
You might. That's if Rock can commit.
I think Rock is going to commit. I mean that's why they had to redo this whole new documentary to make the Rock not look like a jerk.
Oh, we're gonna go. My theory was to make Cody look better, but all right. I'm just gonna let
Yeah.
you know. I hate Cody Rhodes.
Okay.
I haven't liked him. It's not even this WWE Cody Rhodes I don't like. I didn't like him in AEW. Just I just don't care for him. So when Rock and Roman was not announced but teased on that one episode of
Mhm.
SmackDown, I was like, I'm gonna see Rock and Roman, and then all of a sudden, like a week later, it was back to Cody Roman. I'm like,
But you can't lie. The way they set it up and swerved everyone, it's so good.
listen, the ending we got can never be topped. I'm not. I'm not gonna sit here and say the ending was terrible because I got Cena, I got Rock, who I never saw live,
Hmm.
and I got The Undertaker, which I got the Shield music hitting, and I was there. I can confirm everybody was like, and nobody knew what was going on when the Shield music hit. Everyone was like, "What?" And then they started looking around, seeing like where they were coming from, and then the Taker gong. It was like one of the biggest pops ever.
I, do you think it would have been a bigger pop if the glass shattered and you had Stone Cold come out?
Well, yeah, but here's the thing. Here's the two things. One, Taker was so unexpected. Nobody would have guessed
Yeah.
Taker chokes them in Rock. Two, and somebody did say this theory, and I have to agree with it. Stone Cold would have taken the attention away from Cody
I think that's personally true. Yeah.
because Stone Cold would have hung around, and everyone would have been going crazy for Stone Cold. Taker did his thing, disappeared. So that's just my opinion. But I mean,
I think that's actually a lot better now you think back because Stone Cold has to get up on the turnbuckles, get his beer going.
and he probably would have just stunned Cody in the end.
Oh yeah,
He
but
doesn't care.
here's the thing. I'm really excited about Cody. I'm excited about him doing. He's kind of started teasing like he did the whole thing for the boys. The Homelander thing.
I just started watching that show this week.
I need to watch it, but they're saying
Okay.
even Taker said this. He kind of said he needs to go to the Homelander gimmick. He thinks he's such a great guy. He's done all these things for people, but he's actually people can't stand him. He turns into the villain.
I if Cody became a bad guy, I would be for it. I'm not gonna sit here and lie.
I
I would be
think
for it.
I think everyone's like, oh, but he's such a good merch star. I was like, okay, yeah, but they also didn't take the point where they needed to turn Cena heel, which I understand. Cena was always the uber babyface, but I think when he lost The Rock the first time, he should have went on a heel run and just killed people. I don't know.
Hmm.
I think
Yeah,
they,
I mean, they Cena was the Make a Wish guy,
yeah, that
and
was the problem.
I get it. You can't turn the Make a Wish guy. I get it, but it's like you missed a major opportunity.
Oh
Like
yeah.
imagine him ending the Taker streak as a heel. Like
Which I still don't think Brock should have broke it. I think it should have always been Roman that broke it.
yeah, at least somebody else. But
Yeah.
Did you not watch the documentary? What did you think about? I didn't watch it fully, but I know there are a lot of memes coming out from it.
So me and buddies were talking about this.
Mm,
I think the documentary is cool to watch, but I also don't like it because it breaks a lot of kayfabe and everything behind the scenes. I think that's a documentary you film, you put into the vault, you release 10 years later. Because, like, for example, Undertaker, he didn't do a darn thing until he retired. He retired, and then 5 years later, he released that entire thing talking about everything. I think that's something you got to do. You got to think, hey, what's going to invest? I understand that they're wanting to go after the person who's not an average viewer like me and you, who don't watch it religiously. They want to go after that stuff, but they also need to realize, hey, maybe sometimes it's best not to talk about things just right away or release it.
I feel you from a wrestling standpoint. From a fan standpoint, it's kind of cool to like go behind the fourth, have the fourth wall break to me. But I get where you're coming from because you guys are obviously wrestlers who are supposed to stay in character. Because I mean, sorry, there's only really one guy that keeps kayfabe alive today, and I think you know who I'm talking about for the most part. And I've met that man. He did not break character once.
No,
He even face palmed a child who tried to touch the belt, and he was not having it. So, yeah, um, I don't know. It's a weird one, but people are split. You said it was delayed because of The Rock. I said it was delayed because of Cody. I don't know. And the sad part is, we'll never find out. Zero News says it's meant to be Rock versus Cody at 41, according to what The Rock said and what some of the news is.
I don't think it needs to be Rock versus Cody versus. I think it needs to be them at SummerSlam. Because here's my thinking. Here's my reasoning behind everything.
Okay.
Why this whole, and we'll probably get into this with the Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
This whole bloodline storyline is so. You know what Paul Heyman said? They said a couple years ago, we're only in the third inning.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
They were exactly right because they are adding so many new layers. They're adding much more stuff. Because look
New
at it,
people.
new people and now we've turned Roman into this babyface. And how many times has he been there to be a babyface?
Yeah.
Zilch,
No.
zilch. So I think we're building up to where The Rock is pulling all the strings behind the scenes for this new bloodline.
Yeah. And I mean, I thought somebody was coming out to end the show last night. That wasn't the case. Maybe that's saved for SummerSlam. I don't know. Rock's done filming in August, I believe. But who knows with that?
What's he filming
I
right now?
that I it's that UFC picture about that
Oh,
fighter.
well, he got hurt.
Yeah, that too. I don't remember the name, but Mark Kerr is the guy's name.
Yeah.
I don't remember the name of the movie exactly. Somebody could probably comment and say. I'm surprised Bobby didn't like Cody. I've never liked Cody. Just I'm not a I'm not a CM Punk guy. And this was well before the Drew thing. Not a Cody Rhodes guy. Also not an LA Knight guy.
Oh, wow.
Just I listen. I just don't see the appeal. I don't know. It's just at least I'm honest.
I'd rather you be honest than lying.
Yeah, at least I'm honest. I'm straight up with it. I'm not. But I also like guys like Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. So it's like it's random.
I have a little issues with Austin Theory.
What about him?
Some of the moves, I just like. I think he's a great heel. He's a great chicken shit heel. But here's the
Yeah.
problem with him. I don't understand some of the stuff he does. I'm like, why you do that? I don't know. I think even John Cena kind of said it. You're not ready. You got. He was basically they kept trying to put lipstick on a pig. I mean, if you think about it, it's the thing. Uh, no matter how hard he was trying, they were having to pipe in mute boos and all that with under the Vince McMahon. Vince trying to push him to the moon. he was getting more mic time than some people probably who deserved it. It was just because he had the build, but I'm like, he could wrestle, but like, I don't know. I don't know.
He was at an awkward time because Vince was half in, half out. He was clearly a Vince guy, not so much Triple H guy.
Hmm.
If Vince would have hung around, he probably would have cashed in their Money in the Bank successfully.
Oh yeah.
But because Triple H came in and was like, we got to undo the Vince thing, I don't know.
And I know everyone says, "Oh, I don't like what Vince is, I don't like what Triple H is doing." I think he's done a phenomenal job. But
I think he has too. Besides
mhm.
CM Punk costing Drew at every turn.
So you know what? I think it's time for therapy session for Bobby.
We
Do you
got one
think?
more question. We got
Okay.
one more question. Okay. From Strawberry Rose, if you were to completely change your ring gear slash outfit, whose ring gear would you take inspiration from? My favorite is Macho Man. That's a good favorite.
Oh, oh. So I like the Mark Henry sexual chocolate singlet where he it looked like a basketball jersey almost, something kind of
True,
like
true.
that. Because the gear I wear now, man, it's summertime. That sucker gets hot real quick. I'm just
You're
dying.
you're preaching to the choir, brother.
And and there are times like, man, I want to go back to the singlet, but I'm like, I don't want to either. Um, man, if I could do trunks, I would. If I could have the figure like I guess Batista or Triple H. I think Triple H from his last couple Mania matches where he was just jacked, looked lean, and if I could do all that, all trunks all day, baby.
Yeah, he was WrestleMania 35 was his last Mania match.
I think, and I mean, if you think about it, Triple H had some of the greatest entrances all time. Even though I do believe heels don't get cool entrances, that's for baby faces only.
Mm, I respectfully disagree, but that's another story for another time.
Yeah.
All right, let's end let's end this with talking a little Money in the Bank. All right,
All
I'm gonna
right,
pull.
guys. I hope y'all are ready for some therapy session for Bobby. He's gonna need it. Bobby, we got you. We're here to support you.
All right, I am bringing up the card right now,
Okay.
just so I can, have it completely accurate. If the internet would load, there we go. Lovely. Um, yeah. There were some good points.
Oh
There
yeah.
were some bad points, in my opinion. All right. So the first match of the night was, and when they announced it, I said, I don't like this
Oh
because I
yeah.
had a feeling what was going to come, but you never know in the moment. We had the men's Money in the Bank match, which
Hmm.
I believe Andrade almost killed Carmelo Hayes.
Yeah. Oh
Oh,
yeah.
heck of a spot. I would.
LA
I
Knight
was like,
almost died.
yeah, that's true. We'll get to the women's match where there were a few almost RIPS. Um, there was no interference in this
No,
match.
so we almost
I was
thought,
shocked.
me and a couple buddies, we were talking, and I think not everyone really needed the briefcase if you thought about it. There was one person who really needed to be a star, and we thought a certain someone would come and help him. Charlotte Flair comes and interferes and helps Andrade win the Money in the Bank. Because
Interesting.
I feel like yeah, he's involved with the whole Dominic Mysterio and all of that, but I'm like, man, that's another layer. You add that Money in the Bank to where he can maybe cash in on Priest, and you have. I'm like, man, no, 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 don't do that, don't do that. Like the whole Judgment, it adds another layer to that Judgment Day story.
Yeah, that would have been interesting, but have they confirmed that they're like, has WWE acknowledged that they're together?
Well, I don't think so because when Charlotte Flair got hurt, that was almost the same time Andrade came back.
Yeah, she blew out her knee in like November. He came back at
Yeah,
the Rumble, so yeah.
yeah. So I think not yet, but uh I think it'd be good storyline. One, it gives Charlotte Flair another layer, and it gives Andrade another layer to their characters.
Yeah, it could have been, but I don't. I thought there were only two people that could have won the Money in the Bank. Truthfully, at least that's what I thought. It was either Jey Uso or Drew McIntyre. And I literally had my buddies over yesterday. We were sitting right outside, and I said, "I'd rather Drew just lose it now. Drew
I
just
don't think
doesn't win Money in the Bank."
I don't think Jay needs it either, just because he's doing this whole. He's got to probably start getting ready for the whole Bloodline War games. Probably.
That's what one of my buddies said. It was like, and here's the problem with any of these guys winning. McIntyre got crossed by Punk. We know that. Andrade, Carmelo, LA Knight, those are the SmackDown guys. Do you see any of those guys successfully cashing in on Cody Rhodes?
No,
And the other two Raw guys, Jey Uso, Chad Gable. Do you see any of those guys
no,
successfully cashing in on Gunther?
no. And the whole thing is right now it's a whole good. I mean, there's so many storylines because you got. I'll go back to you got LA Knight. He's feuding with Logan Paul because he's going to probably get the USA Championship. I think.
It's SummerSlam, I would think.
Um. Then you got. I don't think Carmelo Hayes is ready. He don't need to
Yeah,
be
I
shot
agree.
yet. He needs some more. He needs a little spice. He needs a couple of good feuds before he can start going after some championships.
He's good. Don't get me
He's
wrong.
good, but
Yeah.
I think there's it's like some people don't know like okay here's the WWE, they know the work but they don't know what some people do their work in NXT. It's the same like oh I don't know who does what they did in AEW because I don't watch it. I'm a full hardcore WWE guy. You know what I mean? So I think he's got to get reintroduced to this bigger audience, Carmelo. And
Yeah.
then who was the other SmackDown guy?
LA, LA Knight, yeah.
LA Knight, Carmelo Hayes,
Andrade.
Andrade.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I don't know what just happened there. There was the ring that just came up.
I think because you did the. Wait. How do you. Yeah, I think you did. You were counting on the fingers, right?
I don't know.
Wait. I've done this before. Wait. Oh, that's cool.
Bobby's
That.
in a rave right now, guys. Bobby's having fun. Um, but no, I think Andrade. But I thought if you had the money in the bank, you could still cash in on whatever championship you want, almost. Because like even when Edge won it from Mr. Kennedy, he went over to SmackDown and cashed on Undertaker. That's also a way you can switch brands if you needed people to switch brands.
True. But I still think the result would have stayed the same.
Yes.
Even if
Um,
you. That's
and
just
then
my opinion.
and Chad Gable, we all know he's chasing after the Intercontinental Championship. I think that's his end goal because I don't know how that storyline plays with the Wyatt Six, Otis and them. I think wherever it goes, it's going to be interesting because Triple H, I think he's got us locked into this roller coaster. We're on the ride and we can't get off.
Agreed. I I trust. I don't know if I trust Triple H exactly.
Like I said, we're gonna have some bear to eat for you, Bobby. We're gonna take care of you, man.
He's burned me so many times this year alone.
And I think,
Oh,
but now that I think about it, Drew was the right winner, and we'll get to the cash in later. We'll
yeah.
talk about it because I have my opinion on it.
They just yeah. We'll get there. All right. Next matchup we had was Sami Zayn versus Braun Breaker for the IC title. Now, I personally thought they were going to give it to Braun Breaker,
I did too,
but
but
mm, I don't
I
know.
think
Mm,
I think he's another one of those ones he's not ready.
oh, I think he's been killing it recently.
Oh, he's killing
Truthfully.
it, absolutely.
Mm.
But I think with this whole thing, it gives another layer where Braun's getting ticked off. He's not getting used, and now he can be ticked off. I didn't get the belt. Blah blah blah. It gives it more to where he can be mad at Adam Pearce and all that. Even though Adam Pearce just got beat up last night by Drew.
Drew, Drew and Braun Breaker are just gonna murder him.
Tag team right there.
That would be a heck of a tag team. their first, their first conquest, Adam Pearce.
Yep.
Yeah, Braun Breaker. Did he get a spear at all? I don't
I,
remember.
I don't think I saw one.
Mm.
But I think it gives more because I think still Chad Gable will beat Sami Zayn for the IC title. I think that's the ultimate thing.
Unless the Wyatt six get involved.
I don't know.
Mm. They they specifically targeted Chad Gable that day. All right. Next matchup we had, which ended up being a triple threat match. Damian Priest defeated Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre to
So
retain.
here's my thing I like about it and I hate about it. I hate how much we tease the money in the bank. They've kind of watered down what the money in the bank used to be. It used to be you cash in that night or you cash in out of where. But when this last one, when Damian Priest had it, it was always, oh, I'm gonna cash in here, 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 here. It was just like it kind of grew old for a little bit
Mm,
because, like, yes, the first one was Edge, and he waited almost a year to cash in, but it was new, it was fresh.
yeah.
I think sometimes it gets a little stale, and I think yes, Drew, the way he did it, he came in and inserted himself in the match. Love it, beautiful, but mm, I don't know if Punk should have been the one that caused it. I think there still should have been some interference with the Judgment Day that got involved, even though because they're still trying to tell that story, or even if it was Liv, I don't know. There's so many ideas they could have done with it
Yeah,
instead of CM Punk.
yeah, I think Judgment Day only had a backstage promo yesterday. I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure.
and I think that could have done stuff like they could even came out and jumped CM Punk trying to not do this. I don't know. That's my thing.
And Damian Priest right before Drew McIntyre came out. I don't know if he hit his head.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. Clearly something went unplanned and he did not kick out.
No.
Uh, I like I said, I'm speculating on what happened. I
And I
something
think
went wrong. Yeah,
yeah, and I
let's
think the also thing is they don't want to bury Damian Priest as a champion.
mm,
I think
unfortunately,
I like
unfortunately,
Damian Priest right now, but I think when he finally dropped it, I think that's when I honestly think that's when Rhea Ripley comes back and everything just implodes.
SummerSlam. It's got to be. It's got to be SummerSlam.
Oh yeah.
Priest cannot beat Gunther.
You know what would be really cool? I kind of saw this. I don't think it would happen if the House of Black could jump to WWE and she brings in the House of Black and replaces them with Judgment Day.
That would take a while because Malachi, I think, signed like a long term
And I
thing.
think he's regretting it right now.
Buddy Matthews signed till 2027, I think,
Ugh.
and Brody King, I don't know his contract situation,
Yeah.
but I know Malachi signed like a 5 year deal when he first got in there.
Ugh.
Yeah,
Well, that was
that's
when Cody Rhodes is still there, so maybe that's almost gone.
well, Malachi joined in 2021 though.
Oh, okay. So be next
When
year
the
then.
when the fans started coming back, it was like their first show outside of Daly's place that he debuted.
Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah.
So that was like July of 2021. So we're if 5 years, and I'm not even adding injury time or time off. That's July of 2026. That's 2 years,
Ooh, ooh,
give or take, give or
ooh.
take.
But yeah, it'd
Like,
be kind of cool. But
but but I have been robbed so many times
so
of a Drew McIntyre
I
moment.
know you're mad. You hate CM Punk because he robbed you of Drew McIntyre winning the belt.
I hated him in AEW too.
Um, so I yes, I think yes, it caused Drew to be an unsuccessful cash in. He joins the list. Hey, but you think about it, he joins the list of goats. John Cena,
Okay,
Baron Corbin, who I think does not get enough credit for how good he is.
I agree. But there's one more on there that's
Oh, Aaron Stevens,
yes.
or oh
Well,
man,
that's not the name I would have
Damian
said, but
Sandow.
yes, yes.
I think Damian Sandow is. was extremely underrated. She
I
has a
I think I think the gimmick worked well. I just don't know if I would call him a goat.
not a go, but like he's one of them people like who is really good enough to where like man they should have done something with him. He could have been a champion. He had it and then dropped it. He could have just been a placeholder for a second.
Who did he try and cash in on? Was it Cedar?
I think so. So that was around a time period I wasn't really watching
Mm,
wrestling. I kind of fell out and then came back in.
yeah, I don't remember off the top of my head. To be completely
Yeah.
honest with you.
But
But,
like if you think about it though, he's in that list with Baron Corbin and John Cena.
mm,
So
yeah, but, oh, and Theory.
ooh, ooh,
Yeah. Now you're rethinking this list, aren't you?
ooh. Eh, Theory did beat John Cena, so there's that.
That's true. Theory beat Edge. Theory beat John Cena. Theory beat I think it was Rey Mysterio. I don't know. He's gonna be a good babyface though.
Oh, once he turns babyface, I think he'll be good. I think that's when DIY will probably break apart and DIY will come and like I think Theory. I don't know. Maybe you put that back together. I don't
Because
know how.
yeah, do you know his like real life story Theory?
I've looked into it a little bit.
He's straight edge because of his dad. That would
So
that would just be such a natural face turn. Like,
so
just tell
funny
that story.
story. He really is straight edge because so when we were at SummerSlam when they were in Nashville, we went to Kid Rock's bar and he was there. He didn't drink or anything. So was Damian Priest. Damian Priest was in the corner and Austin Theory and like we went and talked to him a little bit and it was kind of cool.
No, yeah, Theory. He's been vocal about it. He's the oldest of his siblings. I don't know how many siblings he has or whatever, but he's been vocal about it.
So are we
He
gonna
got.
have another straight edge society with Theory and CM Punk together?
I
Now,
mean,
hey,
Darby
maybe,
Allen.
hey, maybe you can finally like CM Punk then.
Oh, 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 no. But yeah, Theory got picked up by his dad the one day, and he realized the dad was on something, and he's like, I have to be clean for my younger siblings.
Mm-hmm.
So that's if you tell that story, that's as natural as a face turn as you can get.
Man,
It really is.
but
But going
what's the
back,
next match? What's go? I think I
oh
think
no, we're still one more thing. Triple H, you just keep robbing me and robbing me of this. WrestleMania, fine. It was a funny moment. Damian Priest got his moment, whatever. Clash at the Castle. You really robbed me. I waited. I avoided. I was at work that day. I avoided spoilers. So I got home around midnight, put the match on. I said, all right, this is the time. I see this referee slide in, and I just see this referee in Jordans, and I said, oh, no. And then I saw the slicked back hair, and I said, oh, no. Yep. I'm like, oh. I'm like, what referee wears Jordans and slicks back his hair like that?
hey,
When
makes
Drew
good,
won Money in the what, Ivan, go ahead.
it makes good TV, man.
When Drew won Money in the Bank yesterday, I was sitting in my backyard. I said, "Oh no, I know it's coming. I really know it's coming." That's why I would have rather them just cost Drew in the match. That way, at least it wouldn't have been. It would have been like at least he wouldn't have been there. I thought AJ Lee was going to cost him, but
Maybe later
no,
down the road.
maybe. Well, no, we can't keep doing this, Max. We can't. There's
Bobby,
no
Bobby
more.
can't, Bobby can't cry anymore over this.
There's no more. We can't keep doing this. But anyway, to the women's ladder match. Now, speaking of people who almost died, we
Yes,
had Tiffany Stratton grab the Money in the Bank briefcase. Do you think that was the right call?
man. Yes and no. I think Tiffany has so much potential. I think she's like, if you look at it, everyone in that, I think everyone in that women's division, I think she's going. But I think personally, if Chelsea Green would have won it, it would have been the most hilarious thing ever. And maybe we could have got Zack Ryder to come back or Matt Cardona.
Yeah.
Uh,
I
I
I per
Go ahead.
go for it. I personally think Chelsea Green would have been a better Queen of the Ring
Oh, most definitely.
because
'Cause
she
it-
would be so annoying, but she'd be so good at it. That's why I
and
thought they dropped the ball when they didn't put her in the tournament.
yeah, I think she should have been Queen of the Ring. They could have found ways to where she kept cheating, cheating, cheating to win it.
Yep, yep. I think
Um.
she would have been. But I'm a big Tiffany Stratton fan. I really
Oh
am.
yes, I think I think Tiffany Stratton is the future of the women's division because man, she's athletic. I'm more excited about seeing her and Bianca Belair go at it because they're both extremely athletic women who are just going to just go, 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 go. I think that is going to be. I don't know if Dave Meltzer gives women's 5-star matches, but I think that's one that would probably be a 5-star match. You idiot.
Well, Dave Meltzer. That's another story for another time. That guy. Um,
Oh
I think this cash in will be successful,
yeah.
one way or another. It's just who do you think it's going to be on?
Ooh.
I think she's going to stay on the SmackDown side,
Yes.
but is it Bailey or Nia Jax? Because
Here's
remember,
what I think will
Nia and
happen.
Tiffany are buddies now.
I think I think what will happen is Nia Jax will probably face Bailey at SummerSlam or some pay per view.
Yeah, it's Bailey versus Nia Jax at SummerSlam now.
Okay,
That's confirmed now.
okay. I think what will happen is it will go boom, 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 and then Bailey will somehow get a quick roll up, but she's laying there all battered, and I think Tiffany cashes in then and wins it. Maybe not. I don't know, or maybe wait till Mania to cash in because like, have we had a women's cash in at Mania?
No,
I think maybe they might say that for Mania. Just
no. Yeah. I'm trying to think. Carmella held it the longest, but she was the SmackDown after Mania.
yeah, I think you can do that. Or if you really want to build it, maybe I I love Bailey. I think Bailey's a great heel, good baby face. I think she has proven she is one of the. She's the reason there's a four horsewoman. She's one of them. I just I don't know if there can be a program with Nia Jax, Tiffany Stratton, and her at Mania. A triple threat. I don't want to.
Yeah,
I feel like we've had too many women triple threats at uh, Mania just to get people on the card.
I agree. I agree. Because what was it last year? It was, or heck, even earlier this year.
I don't think it was a triple threat. I know.
That was
Oh, you
Bailey
had
versus
this.
Io.
Well, you had the 6-man or 6-woman tag. You had Bianca Belair, Naomi, and
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And
which
mm, and even last year we had uh it was Becky Lynch, Trish Stratus, and Lita
and
versus Damage Control, I believe.
I love Damage Control, but control. But I'm also at the point where like I'm kind of getting like I don't know. They're getting stale on me. They need something new.
I feel you on that. Yeah,
And that's not me
yeah.
hating the women. I think some of the women are some of the best athletes,
Uh,
but I don't know. Sometimes I think, after watching a couple of Bianca Belair and her tag partner matches, I'm just like, oh, oh, Lord.
mm, well, yeah. And hats off to the women in this match. Zoe
Yeah.
Stark, uh, uh, she botched and she almost broke her neck. Um, Chelsea Green, in those final moments, they made it look really good because she started unhooking the briefcase, and I said, "Oh, she's got it." But then all of a sudden, the camera work, you don't see Tiffany through the two tables from the top of the ladder. Trust fall too. She went backwards. I was like, "Ooh, good on her." Uh, Personally, and I don't know if I've ever told you this. I'm in a fantasy wrestling league.
Mhm.
I I did trade for Tiffany Stratton about a month ago, so I'm happy. I
I
traded for I traded for Drew. I traded for Stratton, and I traded for Mariah May. It looks like two of those things are going to work out.
Hey, yeah.
The
You, you, you,
Drew,
you
what happened?
you were close with Drew, but, CM Punk decided, hey, Bobby, I want to break your heart again.
The Drew plan didn't go according to plan. Yeah, it looks like Tiffany's going to be champ. I don't know if she's going to hold it till Mania. I I think it could be as early as SummerSlam she cashes in.
I think
Maybe.
SummerSlam will cash in, and then I think her and Nia Jax will start feuding. But the thing is,
Yeah,
do you turn Nia Jax baby or keep her heel, or do you turn Tiffany baby or heel? Because I think Tiffany's a great heel.
yeah, I think Tiffany's the better heel. I think you gotta, unless you have Nia beat Bailey, and then Tiffany beats Nia.
Mm.
That would turn Nia. That would keep Tiffany. You could feud. I think Tiffany cashes in before Survivor Series, personally.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I don't think they're going to have her hold it till Mania. That's
Oh
wishful
yeah.
thinking, but but then again, are we blowing both? Are we blowing both briefcases this quickly?
Ah, I don't
Because
know.
one's already gone.
See, here's the thing. When Vince was in charge, I could book it. I knew what Vince was going to plan. With Triple H, I don't know what's coming anymore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because to segue into the next match, I don't know about you, but I had Cody versus Randy Orton going down at SummerSlam.
Yeah, I think I this is what I told my buddies last night. I think Randy should have cost the match for Cody if they're going to do that.
I was waiting for something to happen, but then Solo pinned Cody, and I said, "Oh, he's gonna get that title match at SummerSlam." And then Solo doesn't win, of course, but
Now
I
at
think
SummerSlam, do we have Roman Reigns come in, or is it The
I,
Rock?
oh, that's a tough one. Um,
Because
well,
would
with
Roman come in to help Cody after everything,
no, I think
or does one of Paul Heyman guys come in? Because you can play so many things with this.
yeah,
You got because they just powerbomb. Could Brock Lesnar come in? Because Brock Lesnar has become friends with Cody and is a Paul Heyman guy. Could your boy CM Punk have a play in this? Because he did say,
oh,
"Take me with you."
please keep him away from everything and everyone.
Or does
It's
Roman? I had a buddy. He goes, "Maybe Ryback will come in." I go, Ryback can stay far away from the wrestling industry as much as he can.
no, we don't want Ryback. I speak for everyone on that one. I don't care. There was when I was at WrestleMania, there was a dude. Uh, I made friends with him. He was behind me. We were talking about who could possibly interfere in the main event. This man, I've never met a bigger Sheamus fan than him. He's like, I think Sheamus has got to be involved in this main event. I said, bro, I got $20 cash in my wallet right now. If Sheamus gets anywhere near this main event, it's yours. I promise you.
No, I love Sheamus. I don't know if Shoot told you this. I can't remember. Me and Shoot trained with Sheamus at the school.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we're actually on his YouTube page. You'll go look for it.
I was about
Me
to
and Shoot.
say, are you on Celtic workouts?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I
we're
think
on
that's what it's
Celtic
called.
workouts.
Yeah.
It was right before COVID happened. We got the crap kicked out of us.
Wow. Of course. Look at who you're dealing with. That's awesome, though. I love that. So, on to the main event. We had the Bloodline, Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, which I'm surprised they got him in the country, but they did,
Hmm.
and Tama Tonga with Tonga Loa defeated Cody Rhodes, Kevin Owens, Randy Orton. Solo pinned Cody. Um, I couldn't help but laugh when Tonga Loa went for the low blow on Kevin Owens. But Kevin Owens was trying to lift up Tama Tonga. And I don't know if you've seen the other side of the footage. They caught the other side.
Hmm.
You just see Tama Tonga's face just go pop like Tonga Loa. I was cracking up in that moment.
Oh,
Oh man,
poor poor
dude.
KO. KO just can't get away from the bloodline.
No, it's been 4 years.
Well, we all know he should be. He should have took the championship off for Roman because that was a definite 10 count when he was handcuffed to the thing.
Well, yeah. Well, a lot of people should have taken the belt off of Roman. Drew McIntyre. Um,
Oh, I knew that one was coming.
yeah, I will never ever. So I'll tell you this. What was that? September of 2022, I believe.
It was September 2021, I think.
What?
KO and
No. Roman. Drew Roman.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
September 2022. Sorry.
Yeah. So I'm watching. My mother, not a wrestling fan at all, but she knows I love Drew McIntyre. I told her I was like, because I was like, it's in his home country, that kind of thing. I was like, Drew lost. She's like, oh. She's like, well, maybe he'll win it back on Monday. I'm like, no, Mom, they're not. They're like, I think they're going to like Missouri on Monday or something. And she just sits there. She goes, oh, well, that's stupid. I'm like, yes. I'm like, like it's just like, it's been a long road for Drew McIntyre. But anyway, yeah. But the back to the low blow thing. I was cracking up when it happened. I couldn't I couldn't help but laugh. Um,
And
but it seems Cody Rhodes versus Solo Sikoa at SummerSlam. I
I
thought it
could
was
see
going to be
that. And then
Cody
you have
Orton.
KO and Randy Orton team up against the rest of the bloodline.
Yeah, you can do, unless they find another partner, you can do a 3-on-3.
Well, I'm trying to think who that third partner would be. Could they get Jay to come over and help him? I know he's on
May,
Raw,
yeah,
but
maybe. Who's on SmackDown right now that would want to help? I would say CM Punk, but he's probably busy. Um, probably busy
boom,
setting Drew.
boom.
He's
Brock Lesnar.
that would. Whew. I was about to say CM Punk's probably too busy setting Drew McIntyre's house on fire. Um, who? Because you can't. I'm trying to think. I'm literally looking through the roster right now to try and figure this out.
I don't know who would be the one, but I think does Jimmy
He
come back?
that could be because Jimmy wasn't drafted, so they can work around that. Um, SmackDown. Who's been feuding with the Bloodline?
LA
Um,
Knight was with him for a second, but he's going to be with Logan Paul at
yeah,
SummerSlam.
he's gonna be doing Logan Paul. You can't. Montez Ford, no. Orton, no. Um, that's really about it. So yeah, you might have to get Jimmy if he's healthy. Nobody knows what's going on there. Um, you could get Jey Uso, unless there's another Samoan that we don't know about. That's
There's so many Samoans on the story because I saw the Tunga sisters are they someone said they're gearing up to go to WWE, and then you have not Rikishi, but whose son is in?
Zilla, or something.
I
He's an
think
MLW or Hikuleo, one of
yeah.
them. There's
Uh,
just so many.
what's his name? I can't think of his name. The thumb guy before Solo.
Oh, Umaga.
Umaga's son.
Yeah, I think that's Zilly,
Yeah.
something like that. I
There's
don't
so
know.
many potentials right now who could come up, but I'm like, when do you say, hey, we're not pulling any more Samoans? We got too many.
Well, so it's funny. You said the Tonga sisters, right? I legitimately thought that it was just Tama Tonga and Tongaloa, and they put a wig on them. I didn't see their pictures, but I just heard the name, and I'm like, oh, that's funny. They're making, but it turns out they are very real. But
Because
yeah, go for it.
yeah, I do a lot of like I'll read in between. I'm like, oh, people will share something like reading, and I'm like, okay, no, that's
Mm,
not. I look at other people's theories and I put my own theories together. And I'm like, okay,
mm,
this is what's gonna happen.
mm. That's I legitimately thought they were fake people, but here we are. Oh
And
man. So yeah, we're thinking Cody Solo SummerSlam.
Mm-hmm.
Gunther
Uh,
Priest, of course.
McIntyre and Punk.
Yeah, here I'm gonna write this down. Let's see. Cody v Solo, Gunther Priest. You think Punk gets a taste of his own medicine and Rollins costs Punk?
Maybe. McIntyre will finally bring out the sword and just cut off Punk's head and make you
Oh,
happy, Bobby.
I'm okay with that. I really am okay with that. All
Oh,
right.
you're okay for murder and Drew to go to jail?
Uh, he'll be found innocent. It's fine. Logan versus LA Knight. Bailey Nia. Liv versus who?
Ooh, that's the one I don't
Yeah.
know. Does Rhea Ripley come back Monday? I know she's on her honeymoon
Oh yeah, that's true. I forgot all about that. Um, hmm. Who
because
could
Rhea's got
who?
to start coming back here soon to go. What the heck is going on?
Yeah. Um. Wait, who's the IC? Oh, Zayn versus somebody.
I think
Who did
Zayn
we get?
versus Gable.
Gable. I'll write that down. I'm okay with that. And it, that's only 7 matches though. I don't think they put the tag. No, they got to put the tag titles on SummerSlam.
Well, here's the thing though. They haven't been doing a lot of matches on the pay-per-views. They've been doing 5 or 6.
Yeah, but
So
SummerSlam is usually. I looked it up last night. SummerSlam had like 9 matches,
okay.
I think.
Well, last year was a little short. I felt like shorter than last year.
Mm, Uh, what do you mean by shorter?
There wasn't as many matches. Yeah, it was in Detroit, and they're probably trying to get the heck out of Detroit. I don't blame them.
Well, yeah. Let me look it up again. I thought I saw 9 match. Yeah, 9 matches.
Okay, then I was wrong.
No, yeah, no pre-show, no nothing.
Mm.
Wait,
So,
wasn't Detroit the year before?
or wait, where was SummerSlam last year? No, it was Nashville, Detroit.
Wasn't
Nashville was
Nash? Wasn't
Nashville was
Nash?
20. Nashville was 2022.
What was 2021 then? I thought Nashville was 2021.
No, Nashville was 2022.
What the heck was 2021 then? Okay, Detroit Ford Field, 2022.
SummerSlam was in Las Vegas,
Oh yeah, it was Cena Roman. They just came back with the fans. Yeah, now I'm
and Brock
putting it
Lesnar came in
together.
and destroyed everybody. That was when
Yeah,
Brock
and
Lesnar came in.
you were at SummerSlam 2022,
Yes, I was at SummerSlam 2022.
so you got to see Brock just overturn the ring
Oh yeah.
on TV.
Uh,
That was crazy.
I think that was just a test to see if Nashville could handle the big crowd because I think they were trying to see if they want to do a Mania there.
Yeah, because I think it's. I'm not gonna say it's like locked in, but like I think they have a handshake agreement that it's coming there in like 2027 or something like
Yeah,
that.
they're building a new stadium in
Yeah,
Nashville.
yeah. So, so that's interesting because they're in Vegas next year. Indy's got to get one.
Hmm.
You would think London's got to get one.
I think they're pushing for London, but I think the way they want to do is keep all the 4 major pay-per-views in states. I think that's the problem because
Yeah.
I think the states would get really ticked off if they don't keep the 4 major ones.
Oh, this is a good question. Pranav, what's up, buddy? What do you think about a 2 night SummerSlam? Actually,
I I
it's tough.
I, I like it and I hate it because I feel like the
Mm,
2 nights should just be saved for WrestleMania. WrestleMania, when they did it because it was starting to become such a long pay per view. It'd be a 9 hour pay per view. Um, I don't think SummerSlam or Mania or Survivor Series needs to be 2 nights. I think it just needs to be one night. You, this is me kind of crapping on one promotion. It's not they. WWE is good about sticking to their times with matches. Where AEW will go 30 minutes for a match, hit every move in the book, and I love some of the guys in AEW, but there are sometimes like when you got the Young Bucks who just want to throw 50 million super kicks and then have their shoe
mm.
explode in the front of a face and not kill the guy. I don't I don't get it.
Oh man, yeah.
But
All right,
but I
yeah.
think WWE is good about sticking to their times. I think maybe it's a chance to get more talent onto the pay per view, but I think it's at a point to where like you don't need two nights for these major pay per views, only for Mania, because it holds it special still.
Now, my theory on why SummerSlam is two nights in 2026, this was their way, WWE's way of saying, hey, we shafted you on WrestleMania. So we're going to bring SummerSlam there and get you guys all a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just simply put, that's what I think. I don't know. Um, Jalen Martinez, just showing love. Thank you, buddy. I miss softball Sundays. Don't we all, buddy? Don't we all? We got old kid. Yeah, we only need two nights for WrestleMania. Imagine two-night Royal Rumble. Good Lord. I mean, you could. You have a women main event night one, men main event night two, vice versa. But
Yeah, but I think yeah, but then it just makes it two long nights, and I think the way they've been doing it, manias or shows on. I loved how they moved the shows to Saturday nights, because then when you go in on a Sunday night, the next day on a Monday, you're not dead tired because you stayed up. Because that's the big thing with AEW pay per views. They go so long to past 12 o'clock, and then you got work in the next morning, and you're just dead tired.
I had that last week. Yeah, last Monday
Hmm.
because of Forbidden
So
Door.
I get the two nights, but like I don't know. Royal Rumble is also a special one where you just have one night. Because like, what? I'll be honest. Royal Rumble is always my favorite pay per view
I love the Rumble. I do. I
because
don't
you
know
don't
if I love
lose
it
them.
more than Mania, but
I think it's just because like a lot of people. I've heard more people who are not average wrestling fans will tune into the Rumble more than
yeah,
any other because like special stuff happens all the time.
yeah. Because you just never know who's coming out of that curtain.
Hmm.
You just never know. Oh, wait, meant to. I think the main selling point of the Royal Rumble is the men's Royal Rumble. Women's Royal Rumble is not where it needs to be. It's not where it needs to be to a point where it will make people sit to the end. I mean, I think the women's Rumble has only main evented the one time, and that was the first ever one, right?
Uh, I think the year. I think it's done it one other time, but no, I get it. It's gotten to the point where it's come. Some of the women's rumble comes very hokey, but I think they're starting to become more athletes because you got the two. You got a couple women who are in there. Who are in there? You have Bianca Belair, Charlotte Flair, Bailey, and Rhea Ripley. Those are your four women who are going to carry that rumble. If you think
Yeah,
about it.
yeah.
But now they're getting more of these athlete women's. I think they can get it, but it's just there are times you're like, oh
Yeah, but I realized last year they didn't. I don't think they had any legends in it. Or I'm sorry, earlier this year. I
no.
think they just brought up a few NXT, and that was that.
And I kind of like the NXT people coming up because like that gives them an opportunity. Like if they think it gives them an opportunity to see if they're ready to come up.
Because Tiffany, that was her main roster debut, and then she went to SmackDown right after.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Chelsea
Carmelo
Green came
Hayes.
back in the Rumble. Carmelo Hayes, Braun Breaker, completely on accident
Yeah.
because of Brock Lesnar and his extracurricular activities, which we will not mention.
Oh,
Yeah, that's the reason Braun Breaker was there, folks. If you don't know that, well, I'm sorry. I hate to break the news to you. That was never the plan, but thank you, Brock Lesnar, for that. Um, hey man, thank you for joining me. I'm definitely gonna have to have you on again
oh
for
yeah.
I don't know. We'll figure out a video idea. I feel like we could just sit back, talk wrestling. I mean, we did today, but we could talk even more. Maybe like I don't know. I can't think. My editor just came in and said, "I love you, Max." To be honest.
Love you too, boss man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, we'll have to have you on again. We'll think of a video topic because I know you're not totally into this man, but Shoop did throw me a good video idea when I had him on earlier this year, and you were there too. WrestleMania predictions.
Oh yeah.
Like we predict the WrestleMania card. We kind of predicted the SummerSlam card already, which was good. I think
Well,
we
I
had.
think we were on that the second time we did the show. I was in the background. I think y'all did a WrestleMania prediction. Did y'all
Yeah,
not?
yeah. He threw that idea out at me, and I said, "That's a genius idea. I love it."
We should do a SummerSlam, or not SummerSlam, but Survivor Series.
That's not a bad idea. I like that. We'll do it like I think we should do it in like October. That way, I want to see how close we get to it
Hmm.
without I don't want to just have the card in front of me and predict it. I want to see like where we go with it.
We should do it after Bad Blood.
I'm game for that because there's still one more pay per view
Mhm.
after Bad Blood. Wait, is there? Yes, Crown Jewel, Saudi. Yeah, yeah. I had to make sure. I had to think about it. But do you have anything you want to plug, promote? I know
Hey,
you did it already, but if you want to do it
uh,
again,
guys, if you ever are in Tennessee and you want to see some good wrestling, we also have it on our YouTube page, NWA JCP. It's a great promotion, Joe Kazana Promotions. They got a lot of big shows. One coming up in Nashville, coming up. Go to the Facebook page. You can get all the information you need. Uh, Another one is SPCW, right up from Knoxville, Tennessee. Got a lot of good stuff here in Knoxville. If you're ever in Knoxville or you come to vacation in Pigeon Forge, I guess, um, come up and see us. We love to put on a good show. Another one in Pigeon Forge is KFW, NWA. Guys, appreciate it. Try to buy some merch. Buy some merch from Bobby. Buy merch from both of us. We will. It's been an honor,
we'll
Bobby.
hook you
Glad
up.
to finally get
Heck yeah.
on here.
Yeah, man. You like I said, you've been on before, but you haven't exactly been on before. So I'm glad we tackled this, and
Hey, I
you'll be
didn't have to
coming
stand
back.
for an hour this time.
Yeah, you'll be coming back post Bad Blood in October. So we don't have a set date, but we have a
We'll talk about
ideal time frame. And hopefully I don't sound like this come October.
it.
And hopefully I'm not just like, oh. One last comment. I want Drew to beat CM Punk at Bad
Hey.
Blood. No, no, no,
Ooh.
no. We don't need this to get to Bad Blood. We need Drew to just kill him at SummerSlam, and then that's it.
Guys, if you can help Bobby out, he needs a lot of therapy right now with this.
Hey, here's okay. I'm gonna say this, and this might upset a few people, but I'm gonna say it. You can't book CM Punk beyond his next match. I hate to say it. The guy's been too injured to do that recently. Some people might have a
Hey,
certain. I That's how I feel, and I was feeling that before he messed with Drew. You can't book him past his next match because if he gets injured, which he has been, it all goes away.
hey, we'll see where it goes. It's gonna be interesting.
But Punk just needs to go away. I couldn't. My inner thoughts almost got the best of me there, so I'm gonna leave it at that. But thank you to everyone who joined us. Thank you to everyone who commented, sent in questions. Thank you to my awesome guest Max for joining us. And like I said, he will be back. Yeah, I forgot about Punk being injury prone. Yes, he will be back come October, give or take, for a Survivor Series show, which will be fun. Follow him on Instagram. Send him a friend request on Facebook. He accepted mine rather quick. Um, I'm surprised not many people do that, but hey, here we are.
Hey, here
But
we are.
thank you,
Thank
thank
you,
you for
Bobby.
joining us again. Thank you. We'll have you back again soon. Thank you to everyone who commented, joined, even if you were just watching. Thank you so much. And I am Bobby from Bobby's Breakdowns with Max, and we will see you guys next time.
See you
Later.
guys. Thank you, Bobby.